Welcome back to the channel. The Zwift Games 2026 are live and we are starting with stage 1, the Kaze Kicker on Makuri Island. Short, savage, and it's going to hurt. The route looks fast, it feels fast, but don't be mistaken. There are two breaking points, the Pain Cavern Climb, where the legs start screaming, and the Mech Isle Climb, short, vicious and perfectly designed to punish every watt you have wasted. 17 kilometers, no recovery, just survival. And as if this wasn't hard enough, after a few strong races in the last weeks, I got promoted. New category, racing score 570 to 725. That's serious firepower. So today, I am lining up with stronger riders, bigger engines, and I'm about to find out if I actually belong. Especially in the Pain Cavern. So I rolled off the start line with shaking legs. New category, no idea what to expect. The first 2 kilometers, hard, but not nuclear. The pace was high, but manageable. I stayed tucked in, hidden, safe in the draft of the peloton. Then we hit the tide pool sprint, still in control, still calm. But on the course profile, I saw it, that little rise coming up, the first real sting. I braced myself, took a few deep breaths. This is it. This is where you have to be awake. The Pain Cavern, 2.2 kilometers at 3% average. On paper, a tempo climb. In this category, it's a 2 kilometer sprint. The pace explodes immediately. I'm forced to burn my feather power up early on the first steeper ramps. I have no choice. If I don't use it, I lose the wheel, and if I lose the wheel, it's over. From there, it's pure survival. Hanging on, gasping. My lungs feel like they're about to jump out of my chest. 400 watts, 500 watts, over and over again. At the bottom of the climb I was averaging 283 watts, at the top 326. That's not a climb, that's controlled chaos. It was hard, very hard. In my previous category, this is where the group would explode, riders everywhere, gaps opening, damage done. But now, I glance at the map and almost no dots are dropping. No one is cracking. We're climbing 2.2 kilometers at 3% like it's a flat terrain. The pace never dips, the elastic never snaps, and that's when it hits me. These are different calibers. This isn't survival of the fittest anymore, this is survival of the elite. At this point, just cresting the top with the group would already feel like a victory. And towards the top of the climb, you can see it on my face. I'm not riding anymore, I'm surviving. I'm suffering, I'm dying. But I also know it's almost over. This is the moment. If you want to get better, you have to be willing to die a few times. So that's exactly what I do. I stay out of the saddle on those orange sections in the race profile. Standing, forcing it. Every pedal stroke a fight. It's the only way to still be there when we crest the top. And yes, over the top, and I'm still there. Still in the group, still alive. Quick look at the numbers. Boom! Personal record on a climb that felt like a 2 kilometer sprint in a higher category against stronger riders, a PR. That's what happens when you're willing to suffer. And it's not just a PR, 18 seconds faster than my previous best. 18 on a 2 kilometer climb at an average of 35 kilometers an hour. 35 uphill, that's insane. But while I'm celebrating, another thoughts creep in. If this is what the Pain Cavern felt like, how am I going to survive the Mech Isle climb? Luckily for me, we get a few flat kilometers through Neokio. Finally, a moment to breathe. We slice through the city at high speed, legs still buzzing from the Pain Cavern. Nobody attacks, nobody wants to waste energy, yet. But this isn't recovery, it's preparation. For a moment, I allow myself to enjoy it. The buzz of Neokio, the lights, the movement. The peloton finally settles, the pressure eases a little bit, just a little. And I realize something, I love Makuri Island. The contrast between the city, the countryside, the gravel sectors, it just works. There's something special about it. But I know this calm won't last. We're nearing the edge of the city, and you know what that means, the tunnel. Because the moment you hit that tunnel, you're out of Neokio and straight onto gravel. And for some reason, every single time, the peloton goes crazy here. It's like the scent is a red flag to a bull. The pace lifts instantly, no warning, no hesitation. So I brace myself, because getting dropped here just before the descent would be a disaster. You lose the wheel now and you start the corkscrew with a gap, and that would be game over. So I stay locked in, no panic. I start moving up through the group, carefully, efficiently, no wasted watts, just smart positioning. And it works. Without burning too many matches, I slide closer to the front. Perfect. Still on schedule. The gravel chaos settles and now we hit the descent. Free speed. Finally, a few seconds where you can spin the legs and breathe. But make no mistake, this isn't recovery. This is the last calm moment before the corkscrew is coming. Just before the descent, I glance at my numbers. 304 watts average. That's my newly detected FTP. So yeah, this has not been an easy ride. Even though I've been hiding in the wheels most of the time, the effort never stops. You're always pushing, always working. This race has been full gas from the start. We drop down the descent and I know what's coming next. 700 meters, the Mech Isle Climb, short and violent, and that's not my specialty. I'm not explosive, I don't have that snap. And on a 700 meter punch like this, the explosive guys will try to light it up, set it on fire. But here's the thing, I can still feel one effort left in the tank, one real effort. Let's see what happens and whether I can survive it. As we hit the corkscrew, I go straight out of the saddle, 500 watts, full commitment. At first it feels controlled, but near the top I hit my limit. The group splits and I'm on the wrong side of it. Physically I'm empty, mentally it cracks. They're stronger, not my level. No excuses, I crack on the corkscrew, the group is gone. But even here, a PR, 2 seconds faster than my best ever, so no discouragement. We're building and we're getting closer. We hit the final kilometer of this crazy race, but I've detonated completely. There's no kick left, no sprint. I try to limit the losses, maybe reel in a rider ahead or maybe a rider or two, but the tank is completely empty. On the downhill gravel we are eating virtual dust, but to me it feels real. My legs are wrecked, my lungs are burning. This is one of those moments where you have to go through the dust. Head down, no pride, just pure survival. With 600 meters to go, I see a small group just ahead. One last chance. I try to empty the tank, but there is absolutely nothing explosive left. Barely 450 watts. I have to sit back down. No sprint today. I cross the line in 35th position, 15 seconds behind the winner. But for my first race in this higher category, I will take it. I survived the Pain Cavern, which I honestly didn't expect, and I rode multiple PRs, so no frustration. This is progress. If you enjoyed this race recap and want to follow the journey in this new category, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Stage 1 is done, but we're far from finished. I will see you in the next race. Bye!